Welcome once again to Wamba TV. Today we are very happy to be having Madam Daphine. I'm not going to introduce you this time. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Wamba TV. Thank you for hosting me once again. I'm happy to be here for the second time. My name is Sabiiti Daphine, head teacher Nyahuka Parents. I'm a teacher by profession. Thank you.
Yeah, being a teacher is very interesting. I want you to tell me something. Is there anything you didn't study from school, but now you know?
Yes. I'm just going to give out like two things, a positive one, and I will not leave out the negative ones. I think all of them are positive. Outside school, I've learned to manage my anger. The environment that I work in, if you have not gone for anger management courses, you will not manage to coexist with the students. So I have trained myself to manage my anger so that I live with these young people in peace. Because as an adult, if you don't manage your anger in such society, I don't think that you will even spend even a month or even a minute, because living in a school setting, it is like weather. It changes every time. So by this minute, you may be jovial. The environment may be jovial. Learners may be happy, but in a blink of an eye, because they have missed maybe breakfast, things will turn upside down. So if you don't know how to first handle yourself and then handle them, the school environment may be a battlefield every time.
How have you managed to handle anger? Because it's actually one of the most challenging things in everyone's life. People have been in church, and a lot of people, you hear somebody has accepted Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, and is saying, for me, I'm getting saved today from anger. And it doesn't change. How do you manage anger?
These people have made me grow as a person who is teachable. Have accepted to learn from things that have happened. If it happens once and I handle it, maybe I look for other ways to handle it. I know that if this thing happens the next time, I'm still going to handle. Sometimes I first relax. I'm going to give an example. Recently, my learners were doing end of term exams, and then we were so strict about malpractice, because we want to teach these learners that they can survive on their own, and they can struggle to get the scores that they want. So I had put some teachers to supervise them, and then a teacher is supervising in a class that was, he was in senior 1. He was supervising there, and then he finds a learner trying to, I think she had a cheat. It was the female learner, and then the teacher was the male teacher. So this person had brought in materials to copy from. Now, the teacher had to get her paper. We put a law that the teacher should get a paper from this learner, so that and what the material they were using to copy, so that they start afresh.
Yeah. So
while the teacher was trying to get this paper from this learner, the learner was, I'm quoting from what the learner said. The teacher got so angry, but he didn't react. And he didn't report, he didn't tell me, because I would tell them, if there is something like that happening, you come and report immediately, and we handle. So the day ends.
So the teacher just left the guy.
Yes. The day ends, and his fellow teachers were there. They saw this incident happening, and they were like, why are you not handling this person? I was like, no, let us leave her. The way she's reacting, if I also react, we may fight.
We may get into trouble.
Yes, but this is a young learner.
Yeah.
Now the day ends, and in the tomorrow morning, I see a parent coming in. It's like my girl told me that there is a teacher who hit her on the head using a cane. Like, no, we don't do that here. If we are punishing, we don't do corporal punishments here. I was like, what happened? What did the learner tell you? The parent was like, mwananga mbiati, the way I've explained, but then amuhura biboko mumutuwe. I was like, we spent the whole day yesterday handling such cases. How did this happen? I was like, now you have explained to me, let me call the learner. The learner came, she explained. She was also saying, now she deviated from her father's story. She was like, mwegesa nkwete, because them explaining in English is trouble. Mwegesa nkwete, ampu media desk. Nagamati, do you have witnesses? She was like, yes, call a witness. Now I'm handling because I'm already annoyed. I'm asking myself, if the teacher did this, how am I going to handle my teacher? How am I going to handle the parent? How am I going to handle the learner? Go and call the witness. The witness comes. She explained and she was like, I was like, no.
And that was the witness.
That was the witness. Now we are getting 3 different stories from 3 people.
The parent has a different story.
The learner has a different story. The witness has a different one. I was like, do you know this teacher? They were like, no, we don't know this teacher, but he teaches in upper classes. He has never come to our class, but we can get him around. I was like, is he here? Have you seen him around? He was like, yes. Thank God that teacher was around. So I call this teacher. He comes in. I tell him to explain. He explains what these people left out. The way he was handled as a teacher. The father was annoyed. I was like, what? So it is you who was in wrong, and you decided to frame the teacher.
Wasting my time.
I was like, now, if you had not come, I wouldn't know what happened in class. And you would be talking out there. Yet, as a parent, you did good to come and follow up. Now you know how all this happened. I even had to teach him about what we are putting in these students. Malpractice is something that is rampant here, mostly for learners who are in primary. Now she's in senior 1 and she thinks that is what we do at our school. And for us, we are preparing them for senior 4. I think to some schools, it is okay because it has been something disturbing us, the people who are handling secondary school, because primary here in Vundivujo, it is a habit. I will not fear saying that. But last year was trouble because each school was supervised by military because of that thing. So now these people who have come in, they know that coping is not good. But that school which is doing that, I don't know how they are preparing their learners. As a teacher, I wouldn't allow that.
And the class teachers are allowing it, and it seems okay.
That is something not good as people who are training, people who are supposed to survive on their own. As people are supposed to have survival skills. No, they have to know that they have to struggle. I would advise that you should also ask from their fellow learners investigatively. You know what their fellow learners are doing, what are saying about that. That is how I've learned to handle anger. I take my time to look at issues that can easily expose myself. So if I just reacted to the parents' concern, where is that teacher? Why would you do this?
You'd end up not getting the truth. And
if I had not managed to handle my anger, I would just even tell the teacher not to explain himself, because I would want to please the parent. So that is how I've learned to manage my anger. Then I've also learned to socialize. I don't know, but I see as if I I act friendly to these learners when it is time for being social.
Yeah.
If I need to get engaged, I will. If I don't have to get engaged, I will let them have their social time. If they be like, Madam, we want you to dance for us, like, hey, let me dance for them.
Yeah.
Maybe it will make us happy. It will make us create memories. It will make us have maybe something that they can see. But even when she's tough, when we ask her maybe for this and this, she does it.
And also, when they look at you, they don't look at the head teacher. They see a human being.
Yes. So I don't want, my face is different from maybe my heart. Most people tell me that my face I have a tough face. I don't know. I don't know if it is my family.
All head teachers are like that.
There is a head teacher whom I've found not tough, not having a tough face. Mr. John Mary, the former head teacher, Simbia, he had no tough face. You are talking from him at a distance, he's already smiling. He has not even heard what you've said, but he's already smiling. But me, they tell me that I have a tough face. But even when I have that tough face, I always encourage these people that even if I'm tough, please don't have a problem out there and don't reach me. If you know that I can help. I've had a learner, I've known her from senior 2. She fears me so much. Even when I talk, she starts panicking. If it is now time to punish her, she starts crying. I sense fear immediately. Even when I'm telling, I want you to clean the toilets. Judy, why have you? She fears me so much. So last year she got problems. But I wasn't in position to go, and she lost her dad. I wasn't in position to go at that barrier because in most cases, I make sure that I reach those barriers. Yeah. If I don't reach those barriers, they call me. If I'm not at school, if it is like holiday, the learners call me, Madam, this time we are not seeing you here. But I make sure that I go at those barriers. Now I delegated someone to go for that barrier. It was it's not in Zaura, it was in Vumate. When she came back, I just comforted her. But this time, when it was ending, she came to me. She said, Madam, I want to talk to you. Like, this is one of the people who fears me. Why does
you were imagining what
yes,
does she want to talk about?
If this person can come out and want to talk to me,
it must be
serious.
Very, very important.
Yes. I sat in the staff room. I didn't go in my office because that day the teachers were not there. The learners were going home. I told her to explain to me. I saw her crying. I told her not to cry. She was like, Madam, things are not easy at home. I may not be able to do what? To complete the year with you because of finance. It's like, what? Like, since I lost my dad, our finances at home, I have not yet completed fees for this term. Next term, we have over series of activities that will require me to pay over 1 point something fees, registration fee. She's in senior 4. We have trips, we have mock exams, we have seminars. Now that will require money. But Madam, I just want to tell you that I will not be having any coin. I don't expect my mother to have
that kind of money.
Like now, if learners like those ones are coming to me to talk to me, that means they see something. Apart from being tough, they see
they see somebody who can listen.
Yes. Yeah. I've started seeing examples that they know I listen to them. Because if they can confide in me, I told her, okay, you tell your mother to come. When did I? To come on Friday at school. The sister is the one who came. I was like, no, I want your mother. Because what we are going to discuss, I just want your mother to get first-hand information. Yeah. So I told them to come tomorrow. Because we are starting holiday studies tomorrow. Told them to come tomorrow but I talk to the mother to see how, even when I may not give her a scholarship, I just want the mother to know that we are going to be lenient with her, as long as she's going to pay at her own pace when she gets that, because I don't want this learner to get out of school. I just want us to be lenient with her. The mother should understand, but she will pay in the long run. But I want this girl to be at school, because she showed me that she wants to study. Other girls, it will be obvious. They will be running to the direction that gives them peace.
But now, Daphine, you're a teacher and you're young and youthful. How do you manage to live your life outside school?
I have tried to tell myself that even when I'm a teacher, I have life outside school. I have a life. But the profession keeps on pushing us back.
Yeah, because I want to imagine your teachers, the ones you lead, the pupils you're heading, even when you're not at school, they look at you as Madam Head Teacher. And at your age, you would also want to be the Daphine.
That Daphine.
The Daphine who is still young, but the Daphine who still has a life to live. How do you manage to do that?
Sometimes my TikTok tells what I am outside school, because in most cases I feel like I should put on that dress that will make me not look like a teacher. I want to put on that skirt that will make me not look like a teacher. But now I look at myself and I be like, what if I bump into learners? Like, the person we trust at school, this is how she behaves when she reaches outside school. If I bump into my fellow teachers, I know we have life outside school, but I've tried to live responsibly. But I always tell my learners and some people that I associate with that if you find me out there and I'm maybe taking my small beer, if you can buy for me, buy for me. That is time for having fun. Yeah. I want to tell people out there that teachers are also humans. The society wants you to be that ancient teacher they knew, that ancient head teacher they knew.
But the one who doesn't even iron.
The one who doesn't iron, the one who puts on the way they want, the one who is in that shoe from day one up to day last.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that teacher. I want to be a teacher who is flexible. When they call me for a party, I would not put on that dress that I always put on while at school. Yeah. I will come in a different way, but decent, and they ask themselves, is this she's not the one. She's the one. Yes, I want them. Yeah. I want that reaction. Yes, teachers of this generation have improved so much, and I'm one of them, I can say. Yeah. So, like, when you invited me here, if I was that ancient teacher,
you'd be having a red pen here.
Yes, I would be having my red, green, blue, and black. Yes, I would be having those pens, and my hair would be looking like I don't know. You can imagine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes. So teachers of these days have improved so much, and the learners have also improved. Generations have changed. So we are also changing with the change that is happening worldwide.
Yeah. I was reading some research that was made by, was it Harvard University, that Gen Z, that this generation, I don't know whether you
I'm part of the Gen Z.
So they are saying this generation is the only generation that is not as smart as the generation before it. As in our generations.
You a millennial?
I'm a millennial.
Oh.
So our generation, you find every generation that comes, it's smarter than the generation that it found there. But that research was saying this is the only generation which is not as smart as the generation that it found there. Yet, they have all the resources available. They have ChatGPT, they have AI, they have smartphones, they have laptops. How do you manage to manage such kind of a generation?
I think as the generation you're talking about is lacking knowledge from the generation that it found. Like the Gen Zs are lacking knowledge from the millennials. These people think that they can do without the what? The millennials. They think they are everything they can do because they have everything is computerized now. The other people used to pass information using oral, maybe history.
Yeah.
If we don't copy from that generation, we are raising people who are not going to survive on their own in the nearby future.
Exactly.
Because generations that have come were copying a lot of things, like 90%, and it would be only 10% that would change on the new generation that has come in. But everything now has changed, which is going to, I see as if it is going to be a problem for us.
Yeah.
These days we have children who talk back at parents. We have children who reach at home at 3 in the morning and no one will question them because they have rights, of course. But those things helped us a lot. Having strict parents helped us a lot to be what we are now. That's why you're going to find someone from this generation, they have learned, they graduated, they have degrees, but they are home-seated.
Yeah.
They don't even want to work. And remember, it is now the millennial, the parent, who is still providing for this person. Yet for us, they would just leave you to go out there and wander. And as long as you're done with education, you go and start your life. But these people, they stay home even after completing school because they have told them that we are going to pay you 150,000 per month and you'll be working for 80 days. They see that as something demeaning. Yet they have 80 days to work, they have 80 days off. They can look for another hustle. But this generation,
I have a boy I was staying with. He did A level. He did his senior 6, and every time I was telling him, please, just when you find something to do it. Like you find they are constructing some, you can do kipota. It's money after all. You can't just be asking for airtime all the time. You're strong. We have to be somebody who is innovative. And he would say, with my senior 6, I do those things.
That is how they
and
say.
I was like, now, for me who is telling you, I've done senior 6. And
I'm working for the money you even ask for. Exactly. If I can work, why are you not working?
And then, senior 6, you do not qualify for anything.
You can only be maybe an LOC one. Remember, the results are not yet back. You can only be an LOC one of you.
So, senior 6, you don't qualify to apply anywhere. Maybe police officers, I don't know.
Yes, you can. That's why I tell my learners, make sure that you study. I know you see education as not something important, but you're going out there and you will want to join the army. How are you going to join the army? Because you will see it as the only option for an illiterate that you are. Now, where are the documents?
So I was telling him, senior 6 is the only, you see it as important because you're just waiting for it now. But very soon the results will come, and then you realize that senior 6 is just the beginning, not even close to the end. So now he's there, he's looking for the Kipota thing, and and it's not there. Now, life can change you sometimes. And I don't know how you people who are managing these young boys and girls are managing.
We always prepare them. As a teacher, we have sessions at the beginning of the lesson and at the end of the lesson. For some career, you'd see how your teacher would come in class and tell you something about the world, and then at the end of it, we have that small tips. Then when we are having our careers day, or in most cases, we talk to the learners at the beginning of the term and at the end of the term. We just tell them about some things that we have to prepare them for. In most cases, me, after talking to them, I tell them that most of these things you may not digest them now. You will digest them in the future. And that's when you start realizing, oh,
most
madam.
Most of the times it's late already.
It is late already. That's when you start realizing, oh, the madam meant this. And I've gotten examples of some of them coming back to me. I had a learner, was it last year? Yes, last year. He was a good learner, a quiet learner. He would come to school every day. He was in boarding. You know, we have those people who are in boarding and they can come to school and camouflage around. They don't enter class. But this one was focused, but he only had something like drug addiction. So he would take weed. I don't know. He would take even liquor. Now, when I realized, I knew I was going to miss out on him. Me, when I realized that you're a good learner, and if I let you be, you will deviate. And yet I want to find in the future when you will be like, thank you, madam. And I'll be like, thank you for also doing what I wanted you to do. I just beat tough on you. So I decided to suspend her from school. I actually expelled him. I wrote in his letter, he had not done anything, but I was hearing reports. I wrote in that letter to the parent. I told him it should reach the parent. I wrote in his letter, this person wanted to ban the school. So that I get the attention of the what?
Of the parent.
The learner reaches home and he's like, the father is like, your teacher can't write this when they are not sober. You did it. So maybe he also says, no, my boy can't do this. Let me go at school. So I wanted to trigger the parent
to come.
The attention. It is expulsion. He wanted to ban the school. He was inciting the other learners to strike. That is what I wrote. So it goes home. The learner goes home with the letter, and they come back. It was my first time to meet his parent. The parent was so calm. The parent was a friend to my father. I didn't know. I tell him, the letter is talking different things from what I want to tell you now. This was just an invitation. So I tell him, your boy is a good boy. But if we don't handle him, me and you, we may lose out what we want from him. He's an addict. That is the only problem I have with him. He's a humble learner. The father was like, okimanyi mama ebintu ogumwana takubikola takaikage wanja tamiye tinka mugwago si babu we ogunkubugane tinkunwaga na marwa kikumense wanja muntu walekeke tinkuguba kokolabe kumusimayo.
So even the parents never knew anything.
Yes, some of these parents don't know that at school a learner is different and at home the learner is different. Now the parent like mama onganyere goto ono wanje okutimanye kyamwikyo, and the boy was also he showed remorse. He was sorry, but he was also confused. Me, I told him I don't have any problem, but that if you keep on doing that, etokukwata na siye muntu ogumbali tenkubalaga nsalia mu maso. Kandi kyenda nabaye nkubali ya sokolo manya obali manya to obali okusoma. So I reduced on the punishment. He was in senior 4. I reduced on the punishment, and we make him a day scholar. He comes from home. He does his exams. When he was coming for, he passed. When he was coming for his testimony, I was like, madam, kubalompe yo session ye mwiti. Mbugire bana sembo. Mbugire bana sembo.
So you wanted to motivate the others?
Yes, madam okanyamba mono. Whoever mono, he even wanted to crawl. I was like, but that is what I'm supposed to do. At madam oleka bana sembo giriyo bana bona. Kutukutu madam omberekere. I want to talk to them. If they don't listen to you, timanye kenje kibakubaraba nanga madamo kanyamba atatene netena magenda revenge nseki nikyo nakubalia goruani tuli mu businge umanyo madamo akakola party.
I think these days we have a parenting problem because somebody was saying, children of these days are what? Children of these days are this. Children of these days are this. I kept quiet until I was forced to speak. I said, you people are blaming children of these days, and you don't want to blame the parents of these days. The children, they are being misbehaved. They are doing not they are supposed to be doing. Why do you want to blame them? Blame the parents because this is the only generation where the children are having parents. A child will come at home at 3 in the morning and a parent opens the door.
Yes.
Some like you have I've seen young boys and girls of 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and the boy or girl is insulting the parents. Very harsh words.
And the parent is like, who are
So I think the problem is that the parents, instead of blaming themselves, they've shifted all the blame to the children, and it hasn't helped.
And they are doing nothing about it. They're just there to switch blame. Okay, we are parents and we are doing nothing about it.
Yeah. And I think as teachers, maybe you have a bigger role because you're playing both the parent role and the teacher role.
And we spend most of the time with these people than the parents do. We always monitor me as me. I know those learners one by one, face by face. I don't know their names, but I know the names that exist in school. But I don't know who owns this name. I know the name separately from the people who own those names, but I know. But I look at each learner individually. I watch you. I can even watch you for 3 years without you knowing that I've been knowing when your behavior has changed, when you are not happy, when you've stopped moving with the person you used to move with in the compound. I notice
everything you notice.
Yes, I had this learner last year. I'm going to give a lot of examples from my learners.
Yeah, that's typical of all teachers.
Yes. So I had this learner last year. I don't know if I talked about this in the last interview. No. When did you invite me?
That was over 6 months
ago. Now, this learner used to be a happy learner, very jovial. She would make sure that I notice her. For her, she would make sure I notice her. This time it wasn't me struggling to notice people.
She was always available.
She was always available. Every time she would make sure that she's either not tucking in or putting on those stockings that I told her not to put on. She was allergic. And then they have those stockings that they put on. But for her, she would bring colored ones with a lot of disco lights. If she doesn't put on those things, she would make sure that she puts on her skirt that was torn. She would make sure that every assembly should be there. Now, second term comes, I don't see this Lana. She's in boarding, but I'm not seeing her. Like, who is this girl? She was always in class, but I was not seeing her. First week, second week, third week, we always test them for pregnancies in third week. Because we assume first week you are saying goodbye. 2 weeks it is germinating because we use strips. Third week we can get you well, even when you have aborted by the third week, your hormones are still reading that you're pregnant. I don't notice her. The person who would make sure that I notice her. But she came at school when I was there. She was the first to report. I saw her. I didn't mind. But when she got lost from my eyes, I was asking myself, where did she go? I looked for her. I told her, you have changed. I'm not seeing. Why am I not seeing you these days? Why are you making yourself not available for me to see you? Like, madam, I got problems. Like, I'm all ears. You tell me. You've changed. Your body has changed. Everything on you has changed. You're pregnant. She started crying. She was pregnant. Now, when I called the parent, I was like, among your parents, whom should I invite first? Like, you invite my mother. If you invite my dad, you'll bury me.
I'm finished.
You will bury me. I invited the mother. I realized the mother, the parents of these days are so busy. The mother had not seen this person for the whole of the holiday because she's someone who has a business that needs her to go early in the morning. She would wake up, greet her children, ask them what they want to eat for that day, and she leaves money and she goes. Now she has left these people sleeping. She has come back at night, like at 9. They are eating and going back to sleep. So she doesn't have time, Bambi, to also look at what? At the kids, all of them. Told me, Mama, I was like, as a mother, you're supposed to do strict supervision. But we handled, Islam had registered. And
She was a candidate.
Yeah, she was a candidate. We made her go back home and she waits to come, and these people have rights to do their exams even when they are pregnant, even when they have babies. So since she had already registered, we made her exercise her rights. She sat for senior 4. She did her exams. She passed. Last week she had come for her result. She came with her baby. I'm a grandmother now. She came with her baby. I thank her parents for being so lenient with her, because in this era we have the way we handle these people. We don't become harsh on a pregnant Lana, no. But I'm happy that she's going for the next level. She's not giving up from here, and I'm ready to support her in any way.
Because something has happened.
It has already happened. Yes.
Even if unless you want to kill her, but
no, you can't kill. You can't kill. You can't.
It has happened.
Yes.
The only thing you're supposed to do is accept that it has happened, and then
when something like that happens, I always tell the parents, if you don't want this Lana, you keep her for me aside. Me, I'm going to handle. Me, I want a landy student. I don't want to lose. No, expecting. I want them to be at school. Yes, I want them to be at school.
The example that parent has reminded me of something. There has been a viral video of girls of Kampala High School. The little girls that did the challenge, my boyfriend.
I saw that video.
There is somebody who made a comment about that video and was like, I'm seeing parents up in the arms, blaming the girls, blaming the schools. You're forgetting that these girls are coming from home.
Charity begins at home.
Exactly. That's what he started with. Charity begins at home. You can't just from nowhere start saying that these girls are ill mannered. The guys you've stayed with for because the term is how many months? 3.
3 months, 12 weeks.
You're staying with these guys. They are staying in your homes. They are coming back in the evening.
Some of them commute from home. They are not in boarding.
They are staying in your homes. In the holidays, you're staying with them, and now they are doing boyfriend. My boyfriend once said, and most likely those boyfriends are even in your villages. And
They are around your homes.
yeah, they are around your
Neighbors.
homes. So before you blame the school where these girls are coming from, before you blame the girls, start blaming
Yourselves first.
as parents. As the parent of this girl, have you done your part? If a girl has a boyfriend and she's in senior one and she's proud of,
and she's also has the she's also having the audacity to talk about this thing.
God herself on video and goes on and posts it. In other words, she feels she's very safe when she says it. So it means you as a parent, you also failed somehow.
As parents, I have to conclude that we have failed. Some parents are still doing their part, but some of us, it is worse.
Thank you so much, Madam Daphine, for giving us the time. Any last words?
To the parents, to the world, to the teachers, to the learners,
to everyone.
To everyone. Thank you for watching. I have to say that these engagements, I would wish they reach the targeted audience. Maybe they will help, because I would wish as a district, because sometimes I watch videos on TikTok and people are saying Bundibujo is some place that you can't let your child grow from. Some parents here let their children stay in Kampala because they feel here is not safe for their children. I would wish as Bundibujo that we change that narrative. We have grown up from Bundibujo and we are here. Let also our children grow up from Bundibujo and they are safe. I always feel bad when I hear a parent saying that be here. As parents, let us work so hard to maybe monitor our children's discipline during the holidays. We watch our children, because even some things are happening in schools that are even initiated from outside school. We even have gangs in school. I've seen videos from some different schools. A school in Mbale where a learner was being ganged up on and he was hit. I'm happy the authorities reacted and these people were arrested. I've seen learners hanging themselves in dormitories. We have had these cases at the daycare where 4 children have been massacred. So those things are traumatizing to some of us who are in schools. We've seen schools catching fire and learners maybe die or things perish. So we have traumas that we have alongside leading in those schools. I would wish that we work together to ease the life in our schools. The people who are concerned, abali mu bulemi, we have stopped getting frequent visits from the people who are concerned with education. We maybe get people from the ministry, but around
they don't come.
I completed the whole term. I got inspectors, a few. I was not at school, but before the report, and they reported to me that they reached school. We want to get frequent ones so that we tell them if we can't come to their offices, we can tell them what we are going through. They also tell us if some things need to be handled, like this toilet may be broken. We know how to work with each other.
Yeah.
And we see how the education of individual goes forward, the discipline of the learners goes forward. But all in all, I want to thank everyone who is being there, stakeholders of education in Bundibujo, those parents who are there for their children. Thank you so much. I want to thank my school for giving me the opportunity to show my ability, for trusting me. This is my third year in office. I thank them so much. It is not easy. I know sometimes I'm not tolerable, but they are tolerating me. My boss is a good boss. Thank you so much, Honorable Acrobat. Thank you for giving me this chance. Thank you for choosing me from the staff room. And thank you for seeing ability in me. May God bless you. Thank you for tolerating me. I want to also thank my teachers. My teachers are good teachers. We have lived in harmony for some good time now. We understand each other. Thank you for being there for the school. Thank you, Cyrus, for hosting me.
I was waiting.
I
was like, she's forgetting.
No. Kusembyayo kabadde kakodyo. Yes, I have to thank you so much for giving me a platform to air out some things like this. Maybe someone out there will listen and understand. Maybe in years to come, we may go back to the archives and see it helping. Thank you so much, Wamba TV.
Thank you so much for accepting to come out of a busy schedule and giving us some time, and we do not take that for granted. I pray that next time we invite you, you should come.
Obviously.
Thank you so much, viewers of Wamba TV, and we have realized that a very big majority of our viewers don't subscribe. They view and move on. It is a good thing to view, but it is also a good thing to subscribe, because when you subscribe, the video moves and reaches even other people. Thank you. Please endeavor to subscribe. Let's see you in another one.